Welcome to our video on selecting a graph for comparing two variables. So keep in mind this is when we're comparing two variables with each other, two sets of data that we've got. When we're doing a single set of data, you would need to use a different set of graphs for that. So we need to look at what the response variable is and what the explanatory variable is. If we have a response variable that is categorical, and the explanatory variable is categorical as well, there are a few different graphs we can use. The first one, which would be really obvious, would just to put two bar charts next to each other. We could call that parallel bar charts. It's like a parallel box plot, but parallel bar charts. So you would just draw two of them next to each other like that, or you could even put the bars for each category next to each other like that, so you can read them together. Make sure there's a gap in between them though, because it is categorical data. So parallel bar charts. Second thing we looked at two-way tables to show two categorical variables. And the last one I'm suggesting is a segmented bar chart. And that's the one where it's all in a pile together and you have the percentages there. So you probably use the two-way tables for that. So those are your three options if you have two categorical variables. Now we're going to look at when you have numerical data for the response variable and categorical for the explanatory variable. And we're going to look at when you've got two categories only. And there are three options for this one as well. You could use a back-to-back stem plot, a parallel box, or a parallel dot plot. So that's numerical and categorical. Looking at numerical and categorical with more than two categories, we could use, again from up here, parallel box plots or parallel dot plots. And lastly, if we have numerical response variable and numerical explanatory variable, numerical, make sure I spell that correctly. So two numerical variables, the only thing we can use is a scatter plot. PT, not even in any words, scatter plot. There we go. You will need to know which graphs go with which type of data. A question may ask you to draw an appropriate graph and you'll need to decide which one would be appropriate for that data type. Or it might just ask you if we have one numerical and a categorical variable with two categories only, would a parallel box plot be okay, or would a scatter plot be better? And you would be able to say parallel box plot. So you need to know this table really well, and I'll be putting this into my summary book. Thanks for watching.